Welcome to my podcast that I call Show and Tell. My name is Claudie, and this is whatever the date is. And yeah, it's a Monday. I do know that. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and get talking about what we're gonna talk about. I have had not the best couple of weeks since we last spoke. Yeah. It's just not been full of greatness and wonderfulness like I would hope. But, what are you gonna do? Let's see. I don't want to dwell on too much of the bad, but I will just mention what happened because keeping it real. And, what really happened was not great. First, I need to apologize for the lighting. I know it is still bad. I am looking at myself and I realize that, the light's coming from back here and over here and not from here. I understand. I know it's not horrible or anything, but, it can be better, and I'm working on it. I just haven't been able to get everything set up and haven't been able to purchase everything. So, yeah. Which sort of led into a big bucket of fail. I tried so hard the last couple of weeks to record tutorials. I was feeling super productive and I had time and everything was great, and the lighting just, it doesn't work in my new location, and I'm in the exact same room. I'm literally just facing a different wall, and surprisingly it threw everything off. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is, if I want to get a video done before I get the lighting and everything set up, I'm gonna have to go back to that corner and record back there. Not a big deal, it's on me. I just have to do it. So, but the lighting has been an issue, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about it. I'm not sure if I should buy actual umbrellas and everything like that, so it's all nice and whatever. If I should go and just get some lamps. I'm not sure what will work the best, and with the space limitations that I have and everything, I just don't know. So it's just not been great. And then, super fun, I went and got sick. I know it wasn't my fault, but I don't know. I was just sitting around minding my own business, and from one second to the next, I just did not feel well. And if I believed in that kind of thing, I would think that someone had put a hex on me because it was just so that it was just that quick. And I know that's kind of crazy, but whatever. I don't know. It was just bad. You guys don't want to know all the details or anything. It wasn't disgusting or anything. It was just, honestly, it felt like my whole body was just having opposite day or something. It was oh, what, I'm supposed to do this? Oh, no. No, I'm gonna do this whole other thing. And that's not normal. So, yeah. It started Friday. I was actually sitting in this room working on things, and all of a sudden it just felt like I just ran into a wall of sickness, or it smacked me upside the head or something. I had a headache. I was nauseous. Aches and pains, but that came a little later. I was just so tired, and I don't know. I basically slept the weekend away. I think on Saturday I was awake for maybe 5 hours, or I was out of bed for 5 hours, maybe 6. I managed to take a shower and eat, and that was it. And even then, I had soup because my husband was very sweet and he made me a can of Campbell's soup, some chicken noodle, and some orange juice, and that was kind of it. Like, I mean, I tried to like stay out on the couch. That's where I kind of slept on Friday evening after um, I had soup for dinner, and I just I don't know. I think that's kind of what contributed to like the aches and pains is sleeping on the couch because it's not uncomfortable, but when my husband was sitting on the couch with me, and so I couldn't stretch out all the way and whatever. Um, I don't know. My head was like all like up in a pillow, like whatever. So I just had like neck pain and whatever. So I just went to bed at like 10 o'clock and didn't get up. I did not get out of bed until 3 p.m. on Saturday. Yeah. I just needed the sleep, I guess. So, but on Sunday I started to feel better, and I don't know if it was like, I mean, I guess it was just like a random, 1 or 2 day kind of thing, but I feel better today, so yay. I don't have a headache anymore. I don't know. My hair is, I keep looking at my hair. I'm sorry. It's because it's like, it's not fully dry yet. I have really thick hair and it's curly, and as you can see, and it just doesn't dry evenly. So all right, let's go ahead and talk about stuff like knitting and crafting and things. Crochet. Yay. Let's see. I have notes. Oh, wait. I was going to mention one thing. Well, I'll talk about that later. Never mind. Finished objects. I only have one thing finished, and it's technically a hoe. A half object, a half finished object. I have a sock. I finished a sock, obviously. This is just a plain stockinette sock. I've not blocked it or anything, so you can see it's kind of lumpy. I'm using Felici in the rainbow colorway, and I used 2.25 needles, US size 1. And yeah, so you can see. See, can you see the color? See how it looks kind of like the darker spots on these colors? I mean, it doesn't really bother me, and they're much less noticeable in person than they are on the camera, but that is a problem sometimes with this yarn, and especially I think with this batch that came out, I think that there was a lot of, I don't know, dirtiness, or it just looks kind of dirty, like the colors aren't as crisp, and I do wonder if maybe like the base was not like the pure white, like, I mean, because like, wool comes in different colors, and they, the lighter stuff is what normally gets used, but I wonder if maybe that caused it, or if it was just a bad dye job. Whatever. Now this obviously is done. But I had intended when I started these, I did them toe up because I wanted to use all the yarn to make as long of a leg as possible. And then I got to about here before the ribbing, basically about where the green starts. And I was like, I'm going to have to do increases if I want that to go up, as far as it'll go up on my leg, because obviously I have not super skinny legs because I'm not super skinny, and yeah, and then I was like, that would involve me doing math, and I just wasn't feeling it. And also I really kind of just wanted to be done because other people have been showing other socks that they've been making and things, and so I don't know, I don't know, it's just kind of done, but of course I still have a second one to make. Whatever. But anyway, so I just decided to just go ahead and do the bind off. I did ribbing, 2x2 ribbing, and then I did Jenny's Surprisingly Stretchy Bind Off. And it worked out pretty well. It does fit. I wasn't worried about it fitting on my leg so much as going over this part, you know, like this. I'm doing it on my side, like you can see. This part, you know, where like where the widest part of your foot measurement is, like where it goes across the heel and all of that. That has a name, I'm sure, and I don't know what it is. But it fit fine. Like it stretches quite a bit, and like my feet are not like that big or anything, so I do think that if I were to make them in a smaller needle or anything like that, I would definitely probably have to increase, because I did the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, and I used the yarn from the other end of the ball. I'm pointing like it's whatever. So I used that so that way the color stripe would not mess up on the front of the foot, which that doesn't really show you anything, but I wanted that part, at least when you looked from the front, to look even, and that just happened to be where I think it started on the orange there, and then it went into the red, which of course matched the red that I was going to be working with next. But even though it was the same ball, that does not show up at all, but you can tell the difference in the colors. Like it's slightly different, but it's not a big deal or anything, so I'm not worried about it. I only noticed it because obviously I was working on it, so yeah. I don't know. It turned out nicely. I enjoyed it. I did the cast on, what was that? Judy's Magic cast on. Yep. And yeah. I have to update Ravelry. I've not updated my project page for pretty much anything in quite a while, so I need to do that. But I think originally I was going to do the Wendy Johnson's toe-up socks with a difference, which had you doing a gusset heel, like a traditional gusset heel, but you're working it from the toe up as opposed to doing like the heel flap and all of that. And then I realized that I didn't want to do that anymore because I wanted to preserve the stripes, and so I bought the Fish Lips Kiss Heel pattern and just did that instead. And it's fine. I think I might try the other one with maybe a yarn that doesn't stripe. So, and yes, the only other thing that I finished, which is not really, that makes noise, I'm sorry. It's in my, my yarn bowl, and there's a crochet hook in there. This was one of the things I was going to do a tutorial on. I was doing a, there's cat hair on it. I was doing I'm going to do a dish scrubber. So you have that to look forward to if you're interested. But I have been making these since pretty much when I started crocheting, because I've been sort of on a mission to get rid of the disposable things in the house, like the paper towels and stuff like that. You know, eliminating them that's probably too extreme for me, but minimizing them is probably a better way to put it. And we usually buy the dish, like the sponges, they're blue and they've got like a a rougher side on them, and then like the sponge on the other side. But I find that like that's because we do hand wash our dishes. We have a dishwasher, but we just don't really use it that often. There's only 2 of us, so I mean, we don't own that many dishes. We don't actually own enough dishes to fill the dishwasher unless you include like all of the pots and pans and maybe like some baking things. But yeah, so we usually hand wash our dishes, but I don't know. I just kind of I've been wanting to like not use as many. So I have, you know, handmade dishcloths and things like that, but I wanted something that was a little rougher. So I made this thing, and basically do it so that way there's like a little bit more tier, it's like a tiered thing. But I did another pattern, and she did, she actually joined it with a strand of crochet cotton, like just like the size 10 crochet thread. And I was like, oh, that would work for my dish scrubbers. And so I wanted to do a pattern with that, or a tutorial for that, so I could show you guys in case you guys were interested. Yeah. But unfortunately, I filmed it, and it's just, the lighting was just not, it just wasn't what I wanted. So, yeah. I tried it like all over, like I moved my monitor, like it just would not work. So, lighting has to happen, and I'm working on it. I kind of think I might have to, I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's just gonna make me a little like sad and depressed because I spent so much time trying to get this particular tutorial to work, and it just wouldn't. So yeah, all right. So let's talk about my works in progress. This is the second sock to the first sock. You can see that I am trying to make them match up. When I started this, like when I basically took both balls, because they come in 50-gram balls. I can show you. They come in. I had 2 of these, and I made sure that they were the color sequences were going the same, and then I started, like I made slip knots in the exact same spot, so that way they would hopefully line up as long as my gauge doesn't get too messed up. It probably will, but that's okay. I mean, if it's a little off, I'm not too upset. I can make it work. But I did want to at least make the attempt, because why not? I did pretty much from here to there yesterday. I felt much better. I was able to actually knit, whereas when I was sick, even when I was awake, like I was in no fit state to be doing anything. I just felt out of my head. So yesterday I felt better, so I sat back and I watched some NCIS and worked on this and a little bit on the other project I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm excited. I really, I don't know. I'm at this. This color makes me happy, even though like the dyeing is a little imperfect. But I mean, they're socks, and they'll probably get dirty because I will be wearing them, and there's cat hair on my floor, no matter how often I clean it. That is, yeah. Okay, now I've got yarn everywhere. I pulled it out a little too far. This is in my Fat Squirrel Fibers bag, which I love and I want more of, but I'm trying to be good because I ordered other project bags, and I actually ordered one from her, but it wasn't a sock size bag. But I ordered other bags, but they're not sock size either. I need another sock size bag. I need another one. So if you have like bag vendor people that you recommend, let me know. Like for sock size bags, because I want one that's that's smaller. Like this could technically fit in my purse. I don't have a huge purse. I mean, it's decent size, but it's not like one of those like real huge, like look like a diaper bag kind of purses. But this would fit in there because it does, you know, squish. Yeah. Okay, what else? Dun, 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 dun. So I did work a little bit on my mama vertebrae, and I showed you this last time, I'm pretty sure. And I've lost the other needles, so that's nice and scary. I need to get one of those needle keeper things. I think there's like a couple different ones that people sell now. There's like a metal one and a plastic one. I might get one of each. I don't know. I want to try them. Anyway, the last time I showed you this, which was the first time I showed you this, I think, I've done about 2 inches of work. Maybe. I am almost ready to split for the sleeves, or put the sleeves on waste yarn or whatever to get rid of the sleeves for now. And yeah, I'm excited about it. And I was working on this last night and it was nice and relaxing. Purling just takes me forever. I mean, I'm a slow knitter anyway, but when you add purling in there, it just takes me longer. And what I should do is either try to find a class, or like a local class, or like an online class or something, showing you how to knit back and forth, so that way you don't have to purl. I know that you can do it. I know that there are like YouTube tutorials and stuff. I just need to like look for it, because it might save me time. Or maybe I should learn to knit is it continental, like where you hold the yarn in your left hand. I hold the yarn with my right hand, I think. Yes. So I don't know. But then again, like, it's not like a race. That's what I tell myself. Anywho, the only thing I'm doing different, I think, is I'm doing double increases. I'm basically doing the increases at twice the rate that the pattern calls for. This pattern is the Mama Vertebrae by Kelly Brooker. It's, Brooker. And but otherwise I'm following everything. I will my last one, the armhole was huge. And it is supposed to fit like that. It's supposed to have a bigger like armhole. I can't remember exactly how she words it, but that's how it's supposed to work. But what I'm going to do is actually just start or remove the arm stitches, sleeve stitches, and a little sooner than I did last time on the last one that I made. And then we'll see how that works, because I think it should be fine, but I think it'll make like less pulling when I raise my arm. So, okay. The yarn I'm using for this is over there, and it is Bernat Cottonish in the Spinning Jenny colorway. And it's Bernat Cottonish, but it's like the Vicky Howell. They changed the branding and stuff. Mine says Vicky Howell on it, but not on the front. This is Bernat Cottonish, and then Vicky Howell is down there on the underside. But I think it used to actually say like Vicky Howell Cottonish, but I think it might have been used to be made by a different brand, or it was under Canon, I think. And I think they're all owned by the same company. Anywho, yeah. There you go. That's a little off topic and random. Okay. I did start a cross-stitch project, which I'm pretty excited about. I had hoped to have it finished, but that did not happen because I got sick and there was just no way. Like, my head hurt too much to look at the pattern. What I did is I've been trying to, I have a lot of cross-stitch patterns in, like, on my computer and everything, and I really just, I really just kind of wanted to, I'm sorry, I keep looking at the thing. I was trying to get the name of the designer, and I cannot seem to find it. I think it's the Crafty Companion. I'll put a link in the description bar or like some text or something here, because I don't know, my brain is not working. But anyway, so like I have a bunch of cross stitch patterns that I've had for a long time and I just have not done them. I kind of took a break from cross stitching. I don't really know, well, I do know why. I think it just kind of like I just needed a break from it, because cross stitching is actually the first fiber craft or anything like that, or maybe even major craft that I did, other than like stuff that we did at like school, like we make baskets and you know, things like that. But it was like the first thing that I did. My aunt showed me how, and I just jumped right into it. She actually showed me on this, like, it was a pretty big, it was a big piece of canvas, and she had already started it, and I was at her house, and I guess I was annoying her, or I don't know. I probably wasn't annoying her, but you know, I mean, she's older, and like there weren't other kids to play with, and I was grade school, like late grade school, maybe early middle school. Excuse me. And she just, you know, was like, here, do this. And she showed me how, like, you know, kind of how to do it. And then she ended up giving me that one, and I finished it, and it was like dolphins. I feel like it was no, I think it had dolphins and a killer whale, and I cannot remember. I don't have it anymore. I actually finished it and gave it back to her, but I might still have the instructions, so I might have the name for it, but I doubt it. I don't think I do anymore. I got rid of a bunch of cross-stitching stuff, which explains why what you will see here in a minute. I have some hoops and things like that, but I do not have one that's small enough to fit this one, even though it's not that small. This is going to say Lumos because I love Harry Potter, apparently, and you really just go find the link or whatever. I think it's the Crafty Companion, like I said, but I will check. And it's I did check, and she does have it on Etsy, but of course, like, it's all closed out. And but you can still buy it, and I've had it for a while. Like, I don't know how long. I probably could have checked like when the file was created, except that I'm on a new computer, so I don't know when it was created other than when I put it on this computer. Yeah, I'm using black 14 count Aida cloth, and the trying to find the floss. It's all done with one color floss, and I'm actually using glow in the dark floss, so it'll be fun. I've got the DMC brand, and the color is E940. So it's in the Color Effects one, like the you know, where like the pearlescent, shiny, metallic-y things are. Yeah, I'm excited. I thought I would have had it done, like I mentioned, but I did not. But I will. I'll get it done by next time. You can see, like, because I did not have a hoop, cannot talk. I did not have it small enough. I gave all of my stuff to away. Like, I gave some to my sister when she was pregnant. Like, I gave her a bunch of stuff because she wasn't able to do as much because she was kind of like just uncomfortably, like, when she was big, you know, and uncomfortably able to like move around and everything. She just, yeah, she needed more activities where she could like just sit and do stuff. And so I gave her some stuff, and then I had a friend who was interested, so I gave her things. So I ended up, and at the time I wasn't doing it very often, so I was like, oh, well, I'll just buy it again, or I won't need it, or whatever. I'll have to buy it again. Actually, I'm thinking about getting the Q-snap frames or the equivalents, or I don't know if it's the that's a brand. The Q-Snap is the brand, but I might get a different brand. I don't know. But they're like they're quilting ones, but they come in different sizes. So I've seen other people use them, and I think I might buy like a couple of different sizes of that. But anyway, yeah. And there's the back. It's not like my best work, but whatever. It's not bad. I don't care. Oh, that's so horrible. Why would I say that? I shouldn't say I don't care. I do care. It's just like I don't get obsessive about that because honestly, I'm not gonna like be taking it out of a frame and looking at it later. So yeah, I'm excited though. I think I might put this by the light switch that's over here that you can't see. I don't know. We'll see where it ends up going. But I kind of want to go through some of my cross stitch patterns, and I've got a lot of smaller ones, and I kind of just want to maybe crank some of those out because they don't really take that much time. Yeah. So you can see like I ended up using, this is it's like masking tape, but it's pink. It's hot pink. And I got it from Target, I think, a while ago. And I think it just started raining and it's light outside. Yeah, that's interesting. So I just taped the edges and you can sort of see where I stitched. That's how I determine like every 5 columns or rows, depending on which side it's on. That's just how I kind of make my grid. Sometimes I'll do it down through the actual work, but I figured for something this small, it wasn't really necessary. Yeah, I really like the pattern. It's nice, and I mean, it's a pretty simple one. It's just one color, so it's not bad at all. And I like it, and I think it's gonna be really cute when it's done. And she has a finished one on, like on the sale page or whatever, and it's just really cute. So you should go check it out, and I will get a link. For that one, I will do it. Watch me forget. If I forget, just like send me a message or something and be like, "Hey, did you forget that?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I did. Sorry. Yay. Oops." All right. So that's all for my works in progress. Let's see, I'm trying to get things out of the way. Okay, and I'm back. I had a little bit of like just craziness, so I had to stop and come back because I got off way off topic. But we're talking about things I bought, which happen to be sock blockers. These are the ones from Knitter's Pride. They, I believe, were listed as aqua, and I thought I was buying the blue ones that I see everybody else have. And these are blue, but these are translucent. You can see through them. They're fine. I mean, I wasn't like upset by it or anything. I was just surprised. I thought the ones that everybody had were from Knitter's Pride, but maybe they have a different set, and I just didn't see them. I did end up buying the medium size, I believe. I'm pretty sure these are mediums. I did go, based on like recommendations that I got. I talked about it before, like where my foot size is a 6.5, and I wasn't sure which size I should buy, and a couple people recommended that I get the medium, because, or go, not get the smaller size. And so that's what I did, and it does work out. I don't have my other, I have the other pair I finished, and I put them on there. They fit excellent. Like they fit perfectly. Now and they have a traditional heel flap gusset. With this one, you can see there's a little bit of extra in the toe. You see what I mean? There's a little bit of extra stuff there. And I think it's just because of the way this heel is. I don't think it's like any difference, because when this is on, it fits fine. So I may have to, I don't know, I might adjust it later on. I don't know. Maybe I'm sure there's always a better fit, but for now I think it's fine. And but these do fit. So I think if I had got the smaller ones, it would have been like way hanging off there, looking all weird. So I'm glad that I took that advice. So thank you for those that, made comments about that. I really appreciate it. What else did I buy? Okay, Joann's had a sale. Well, they had like the coupon, the 20% off coupon, like they usually do, where you get that off of your sale and regular purchase or regular priced items. And so I went over there and I actually went there to buy this floss, which I mean I really wasn't worried about the discount on because they're like, actually this one, the Effects ones are a little bit more expensive, but you know they're like a couple of dollars or something. It's not, or maybe $1.50. It's not very much, but anyway. And then I bought this one too, which is the E5200. And it's the white pearlescent color. And you can't really see that at all. But it is. It's, you know, it's white and it's pearlescent. And I got it for another cross stitch project that I want to do. So I went ahead and just picked up both of them. And while I was there, I went into the yarn because I had to. I had heard that they had like clearance stuff because it's, you know, summertime and they're changing their stock and everything. So I did want to look. They did have quite a bit of clearance, and they might still. I haven't been there. I did this not this past weekend, but the weekend before. And they had some sock yarn on clearance, so I bought some. I bought 2 skeins of Peyton's Croy sock. This is the blue brown marl colorway, and it's you know, it's just blue and brown. There's like a little taupe, some gray. These are nice, like manly colors, according to my husband. He didn't actually say that, but like when I was like, which one of these, like, it's like, if you wanted a pair of socks, which color would you choose? And he was like, those. So, I bought 2 of those, and then I bought 2 in, this is the Peyton's Croy Socks FX, and these don't stripe. These more like have a, these kind of have color changes, like some, can you hear my stomach rumbling? Sorry, I have not eaten yet. I guess I'm hungry again. But anyway, this is a sort of like hand spun, kind of the way the color changes. What it is like one ply will change and then they just move on to a next one, so it's more gradual, I guess. This colorway is the Celestial Colors, and it's like a couple different shades of purple, a couple different shades of teal, and looks like a really dark blue. It's very pretty, and I'm excited. These I think are going to be for me, because really if you put purple with like any kind of greenish color, I'll probably buy it. That's my color combination that I love the most, apparently. But I was really excited about that. And these were like $2.97, I think. And then you get the 20% off on top of that. So not bad at all. I did have to kind of, they had a gray marled. So it was just like a light gray with a medium gray. It was just those 2 together. They had a lot of that. And I almost bought enough for a sweater. But I did not, because I have sweater quantities of other yarns that I kind of want to use first, which basically is all, it's all this brand, yeah, it's all this line, and I have a lot of that, and I was like, I think if I'm gonna make another one, I maybe should pick out the pattern and the yarn and stuff, as opposed to just buying it and then trying to figure it out later. Trying to be better. And also, like, I'm going to a wool gathering later this year. So, yeah. I need to kind of use more yarn because I know I will buy yarn. Alright. But still, I buy more yarn. I did buy 1 more skein of yarn, but this I got from Etsy. and it is this. I'm so excited about it. So this is from lammytoesshop.etsy.com, and her name is Amanda. She has a podcast here on YouTube, and it is called Not a Podcast, I believe. Not with a K. And I can put a link down somewhere. Yes, I will do that. I'm just making sure I'll actually do it. And this is, she does speckled yarn, and this just, I've been seeing this, like she's had it, she's worked with it, and I've been eyeballing it, you know, and she got some in her shop. She was on hiatus or something. She went on vacation, and she came back, and then I was like, oh, I shouldn't buy more yarn, and then I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. And then another podcast that I watch, Bunnyfish, Bunni Fish, PHISH, like the band. Her name is Heather. She got a different colorway, and she was making socks with it, and I was just like, yeah. My willpower was like, it just was like, nope, you need to buy it. And I was like, I was telling myself I could wait, but then I don't know. I wanted it. So it is speckled, and it has all of the colors. The colorway is Bad Egg, and it has like some teal and some red, fuchsia, yellow, gray, pink, black, and then of course, like where the colors sort of meet up, they sometimes make slightly different colors. Like it looks like a little purple there, and you know, so I think it's going to be really interesting to see how it works up. I do not know what I'm going to make with it yet. I don't think I'm going to make socks, because I just kind of think I want something to live here. And I could just walk around with it like this, because that would be awesome, but yeah. So it's nice. And she uses she does like a rinse or a wash or something, and it smells good. And I don't know what she uses, but I'm gonna have to ask her, because it smells good. So yeah, so you should go check that out. I think she has a few more things in her shop, but I don't think she has any more of this. But she's not on vacation anymore, so hopefully she'll be making more. She'll be dyeing more. And I also bought a button from her, because her little logo is adorable. It's just cute. And yeah, and she sends like some candies. And did I show you her card? Yeah, it's not a podcast. And I think that, yeah, her YouTube name is So Knitpicky, SEW, Knitpicky. So you should go check it out if you are into this. I've never used speckled yarn before, so I'm interested to see what happens with it, because I just think it's gonna be fun, and I mean, yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun to knit with, if you know what I mean. Like, self-striping yarn is fun because it does kind of help you keep motivated. Like, you're like, okay, so I have to do 6 rows or 7 rows or whatever before I get to the next color. I want to see what it looks like. I want to get there, and yeah. And then this, I think, will be interesting because, you know, the color runs are only going to be like, you know, 1 or 2 stitches long, and then, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next row, like where they line up, or if they don't line up, or what color is going to be next to it. And I don't know. I'm excited. Again, I need something here or here. I'm not picky. I do need to figure out what I want to make with it, though. Thinking a shawl, because I kind of wanted to make a shawl, but I just don't know what shawl I want to make next. I finished my last one, the Moonrise shawl, and I have not started another one, but I want to, and I just don't know what to make yet. I really need to update Ravelry, so maybe while I'm over there I can find things. That's pretty much it for talking about things that, you know, are yarn related. So I'm just gonna talk about other stuff now. My mother is coming to stay for about a week, and so I need to kind of clean. My mom's not like one of those like mothers who come and like nitpick and, you know, critique everything you do. She's not like that. But, you know, I mean, she's coming over. I want to like make my house look as nice as possible, and also I need to get the guest room ready because it's not. Currently she couldn't actually get to the bed. That sounds horrible, but we moved I have a treadmill, and it used to live in here. It used to live over on that wall. And when we moved stuff around, and actually a little bit before we moved stuff around, we had to kind of get it out of here. And so we moved it into the guest room because there's room between the bed and the wall, but not very much room between the bed and the treadmill now. So we have to move it. There's a place to put it, and it's the kind that like will flip up. So I need to kind of just move it so that way it's not in the way. Not a big deal, but I need to kind of get on that. And I have to get the bedding and stuff ready because we normally after we have a guest, we, you know, take everything off and we, you know, wash the bedding and everything. And then when we put everything back on, I don't put on like the top sheet or the comforter or the pillows or anything like that because we have cats. They're going to lay on it, and that's kind of like their room. Like they love that room. And so we I don't want to have to like wash those things unnecessarily, like too many times. So I put that stuff away, and then I would put a different comforter down. Sorry. I'm sorry for drinking. My throat was like hella dry. Anyway, yeah, so I put a different comforter down, and so that way when the cats lay on it, their hair gets on it and it doesn't get all over the place. So I have to kind of get that off and wash that, and I'll rewash the sheet and everything too. The fitted sheet, I don't even put the top sheet on, but I do put the fitted sheet on because I feel like just in case like dander got on there. Our cats don't like have accidents or anything like that. Like we've not had issues with that, but you know, they do have hair and dander and all that stuff. So I don't know. People don't spend the night with us who have cat allergies because we have cats, and that's just how it goes. But my mom doesn't. But I do want to kind of get the room ready for her. Well, not kind of. I do want to get the room ready for her, and then get the rest of the house kind of cleaned up and everything. We owned way too many pillows, like throw pillows. I realized this when I was sick, and I have throw pillows all over my couch, and I'm like, I'm putting them on the back of it, like over on the side table thing. The cat's knocking them up, and I'm like, how? I mean, it doesn't look like that many, but it's too many. So I think what it was, I bought some, and instead of like switching them out, I just put them on the couch with the ones I had before, and it just made it too many. But we've got like a storage ottoman, so we can slide them in there. Not a big deal. But yeah, so I gotta do that, and I don't know. I'll see if I can get my mom to record a little bit of like a segment with me. I don't know if she will. I know she wouldn't sit down here and record like a whole like now 50 minutes or 51 minutes. So yeah, we'll see. But maybe she can talk about her painting that sits behind me. What inspired her? She told me, but she can tell you. I can have her tell the story instead of me tell the story. So yeah, I don't know. Other than that, like I've just been watching NCIS, and that's pretty much it. Oh, we did finish How I Met Your Mother, and I cried. I mean, I knew I hadn't seen the last season, or maybe even the last 2 or 3 episodes or seasons. I hadn't seen the last 2 or 3 seasons of that show, But I knew what happened because, like, I didn't try to actively avoid spoilers with that show. I was okay if I found out. It's not a big deal. But, so I knew. And of course, when you get to it, and I'm just like, I'm a sobbing mess. Like, my husband was sitting there next to me. He's like, they're not real, right? And I was like, I know, but like, it's just so sad. And like, I was like, I could not talk. I got to a point where I could not talk. I was just crying so hard. I don't know. I think I was just having like an emotional day or something, and I knew, like, I think because I knew it was coming, I was like building it up. It was kind of funny, but it was also a little like, really? And my husband was just like, I mean, he was sweet about it, but then he kind of laughed at me a little bit too. Once I started to laugh at myself, and I was like, I know, I can't stop crying. Oh my goodness, it was crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, that is it. I am going to go and not have this be an hour long. I apologize that it's so long. I don't know. I probably won't edit it down very much. Yeah. Oh, I do have that one little part to kind of take out from where I just, like, where it got crazy. But other than that, yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye!